Guys, how are you? This is Teresa Strong-Myrick, T Strong Speaks, and welcome to my circle. In this circle, we go from living in our herds to being inspired by them and standing on them. So we don't allow them to impede us. We learn to have them propel us. So I get so excited about this whole topic of tackling our hurts from the past so that they can, so that we can understand more of our current habits. So, y'all bear with me. Sorry for being a bit late tonight because of technical issues. So I'm using something that I haven't before. But anywho, if you are new to me, I am a neurotransformational life coach. I am a 2-time best-selling author as well as a speaker. And what we do here is we just break through the stuff of our past and try to understand our now a little bit better. So over the last few weeks, I've talked about just different topics, things that come up for me, either when I am reading, watching other posts, listening to other people talk, dealing with my clients, just topics that seem to come up and that's just, I want to get some clarity on, or something that I think that people really should, think about in a different way. So I always come and show you a different way to hold on to different things, or a different way to see things. So tonight we are talking about, and y'all bear with me because I lost my whole setting, but the fear of success. So in a previous video, I talked about the fear of failure, right? But so many people also deal with the fear of success. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that, because for some people that sounds kind of weird. It sounds kind of weird that you would be fearful of having success. And what we're going to do, because this was actually asked for. Someone asked for this topic. So that's why we're going to break this down. So I wrote a few notes because I wanted to make sure we are clear on some things. I want to make sure I hit on some things. And so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing, looking at my notes. So fear of success. So if you are fearful of success, that means that you have an idea that you have not met success yet. You have not had success yet. So success is something foreign to you, something different. That's one thing. Or you've had some success in one area, and something happened, and like you had success with weight loss. You lost 30 pounds, but then you went ahead and gained 25 back. So you had the success, but you kind of backtracked. So you had a failure right behind that, a perceived failure. Y'all know how I feel about that. So now you've created this story in your head about success. There's no sense of doing that because this is going to happen. You beat yourself up about it. So now, all this information is going back and forth in your head about success. So let's talk about the fear of the unknown. So if success, or the level of success that you're trying to reach, you've never been there before. So there's a little sense of the unknown there, because everything that you've done so far, you're familiar with, and that got you right here. So in order to get to that next level, that new level of success, you're going to have to do something different. And when different comes in the picture, when change comes into the picture, that's a little scary because we can't predict the outcome of that. See, we like being here in this little safe place where we can predict the outcome because we've done it over and over again. However, if the outcome that you're in is not good, you don't like it, you're trying to move from it, then it's not working for you. You have to do something different. So that's one area where that can start to bring in that fear of success, because success means different. It means something new. It means some changes. And with changes come a whole lot of things. You're thinking about, if I do this, okay, so some of us have this story in our head, right? We have this story in our head about, can you all hear me? I didn't even test my sound. Lord have mercy. Hold on, because we can't continue this whole thing if we don't have sound. We cannot continue without sound. So hold on, please. See, I'm telling you, this little tech thing kind of threw me off tonight. All right, we're good. Okay. So I and Facebook does not show me who's watching, so I'm going to be looking at my phone to see. So I see that that Angie's on here. Hey Angie, if you're still on here. So fear of success. There's an element of the unknown in success, right? There's an element of the unknown. And let's be like, I was going to tell you like how I was going to share with you and see if you can relate to this. You know how you can get, a little bit of money, or you're doing a little good, or you go and get a new outfit, a new hairdo, whatever. And then, when we were younger, oh, she thinks she all that. She thinks she better than everybody else. Get a little education or whatever. So that story could be playing in your head. I don't know about you, but I've heard the stories. So that story could be playing in your head. So that's that fear of leaving everybody else behind, of being by yourself, because we're humans. We want to be we want to feel as if we are a part of community. So that can be a part of that success. So I just want you to run these things through your head and see if it matches with anything that's going on with you. And then you may have seen some successful people and you don't really like the way they're living. You don't like the type of people they are. It seems as if they had to sacrifice a lot of things that are important to you in order to reach that financial success, or to get to that house and that car, or to reach those levels in business. And that part of you may be something that's keeping you from going ahead, because you think that if you're successful, then you have to lead that same kind of life. So think about that. So those are the things that can contribute to you being fearful of success. So what we have to do to kind of break away from that is define your own personal version of success and break it up in little small increments, right? Little reasons to celebrate along the way. So I say define your definition, find your definition of success, because this is what will happen. You'll look around at what other people are doing, and all this perceived happiness and joy, and looking at Facebook and Instagram, and everybody's doing so good, and you want that kind of life, but you don't know the sacrifices they had to make to get there, or you do know you don't want to make them. So you have to decide what is your definition of success. It may have nothing to do with a 2-story mansion. It may have nothing to do with that. Your happiness could be just your level of success could be you being financially secure and able to get all the things that you want and need. So you may not want that 2-story house. I tell y'all, we lived in a 2-story house one time because I have always wanted a 2-story house since I was a little girl. I wanted the stairs and the 2 levels. I just thought that was so just awesome, right? Until we lived in one. We lived in one, and I was annoyed by those stairs. I was terribly annoyed by those stairs, because those stairs meant that I had to go up there to go to bed. I had to go up there to check on the boys. I would not see the boys for a whole day if I did not go up there and say, "What y'all doing? What's going on?" And it did not. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because we were all just separated. I didn't appreciate that. So that's no longer on my list of, okay, that's one of my success marks, right? That's not on there. Now I want just a 1-story, nice. I know it down to the square footage now of what I like and what's comfortable for me. That's my level of success, right? Your success may not even have to do with anything material. It might just be able to sleep late, right? Your level of success is getting to a point in your life where you don't have to get up and answer to anyone. That may be yours, right? Whatever that is, you have to determine what your success markers are. What makes you happy, what brings you joy, and not compare not define your success by what everybody else is doing and and the happiness that you think they're having, because they're probably, some of them aren't even happy. They're just putting on the front. They have all these things. Those things aren't making them happy. Look at some of these celebrities, y'all. It's not the stuff that makes you happy. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. So define your level of success. The second thing is celebrate yourself for each win along the way. So along your journey, there will be different things that if you talk to me, I break it down for you. I help you break it down, right? But there are little steps, there are micro steps that you're going to take to get to that macro goal, right? So if along the journey, you're going to accomplish little things, celebrate those. Celebrate those things so you can keep yourself in motion. Lisa Nichols says what is celebrated gets repeated. So celebrate that. That's why when we're with our kids and we want them to continue to do the good things that they're doing, we say, yay, that was so awesome. Good job. Do that with you. Do that with you is the reason we do that, right? So do that with you. Celebrate those things. Surround yourself with other people who have reached the level of success that you're trying to reach. Or even in motion, those people who are like-minded, who are in motion and trying to get there, that are trying to bring better into their lives. Because what you will find is that they're in motion, you're in motion. So you're going to find things that may be able to benefit them. They're going to find things that can benefit you, or they have a certain skill or something that can help you. And if you're surrounded by these type people, you find yourself in motion all the time. You're checking in on one another. They're checking in on you to see if what you're doing, what you've accomplished. Surround yourself with people who are doing that sort of thing. It makes it easier. So you don't have people who, I talked about capacity in another video, who don't have the capacity to hold your dream, don't have the capacity to support you along the way. So you want to have those type people around you. So, and if you don't, then start to get into some groups, some business groups. Start to invest in yourself for different trainings. You know, people who are trained like you. There's so many opportunities, especially right now, because a lot of folks are giving people breaks. A lot of people are running specials. Different things are going on there. I mean, folks who like to give, who like to help people, are really out there trying to help people for real. So invest in yourself. The other thing, which is major. And if you want to break the negativity you have around success, then you have to create a different story. You have to create a different story around your dreams, around your hopes and dreams, and your idea of success, and start to talk to yourself accordingly, right? So you may have been playing that story of, I'm going to lose people, I'm going to separate from people if I become successful. Success is not for me, it's for other people who look that way. You know, all those things that are playing in your head, like, examine what you are thinking about success, what old stories you might be playing over and over again, and create a new story that is more encouraging, that is more truthful to who you are and what you want to bring forth in your life. Sounds good? Sounds good? I think that was it. I had a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a flip side, right? The flip side is you've had some success. I want to make sure I touch on this. Hey, Godfrey, how you doing? I wanted to talk about the flip side. The one where you've had some success, but after that success, you backtracked. So now you have, so I talked about, this is the same as in fear, when I talked about fear earlier in another video. When we do not meet our own expectations, then we have the tendency to punish ourselves and beat ourselves up. And I mean, in the way we talk to ourselves. So if I lost 25 pounds and then I turned around and gained 20 of it back, then what I'm saying to myself is, girl, that's just pitiful. You know, you just can't do right. You know, you speak to yourself in such a negative way. It's just, you just really tear into yourself. You don't need anybody else to do it. You do it yourself. And then we have created kind of that muscle memory, like, right? Because our mind wants to protect us from disappointment. So when we fed ourselves that disappointment, our mind is saying, well, we're not going to come back here anymore. So that's why you have a hard time going for that success again, because your mind is saying, nah, we ain't going there no more, because you know what happened last time? What happened last time is you were feeling bad, all that right there. I shouldn't be making those sounds because I get these transcribed, y'all, and when the machine transcribes, it has a hard time interpreting what I'm saying. But you create a negative story around that. So you have to be much more encouraging to yourself, just like you would encourage a child who made a mistake, who did something wrong, or you have to encourage them so they'll keep going. You don't want the child to sit back there and mope about it and not get back up, not to try it again. No, you want them to continue to go. So you do that same encouragement for yourself. But we create the stories that keep us from moving on. We create those negative stories, and it's not necessary. If you can control what you say to yourself, then do it. Right? If you can do that, then do it. So make the choice that success is a good thing. You deserve success, and that success is a journey, and you're going to enjoy every part of it. Speak to yourself, speak life into you, right? Let it start with you. And then when it comes from other people, it's not a surprise. And when it doesn't come from other people, it doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. So I just wanted to leave you all with that. Thank you guys for coming in and watching. I appreciate y'all. If this was beneficial to you, make sure you are sharing it with other people. And are there any questions? Before I go? Anything that you want me to touch on about this? I was just going over my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, this right here, this short little part. How long have we been on here? You good, Godfrey? You good? Okay. I'm going to save this for another time. I'm going to save that for another time. So I think that's enough for y'all tonight, right? So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Remember, be good to you so that you can be good to others. So Godfrey says, thank you. This helped big time. Awesome. Wonderful. So y'all have a good night.